Dear students, in the last class, we have seen the a priori algorithm, its challenges, its advantages, its disadvantages, its method, and its algorithms, and its scanning criteria, everything we have seen. In this session, we'll see the another famous algorithm, FP tree growth, which is similar to your a priori algorithm, and what are the drawbacks in that we'll overcome in this algorithm. So we'll come for the next session. Okay, now you see here that is the transaction has been given here with the transaction ID 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. See the items bought has been given. These are all the items bought together. So here what is the first step you have to do? It means you have to order the frequent items. Okay, so which is having the minimum support count. Say for example here, this is the first, take down the what are all the items it has been given separately here. If you see here, A, C, okay, here first we will go for this criteria. Minimum support count it has given us 3. If you take F, it is taken in the transaction 1, in the transaction 2, in the transaction 3, and in the transaction 5. So we are having F value 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the value F has been taken as 4. If you take another value A, see 1 time, 2 time, and here 1 and here 1, see 3. So the value is taken as 3. So the next one, if you take the value as C, if you are taking C over here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the value, see the reason means why it has been taken instead of F second is A means they have first taken the all the support count, and which is having the highest value it has been recorded according to that. That's what they taken. F is having 4, so it has taken in the first position. Similarly C 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 is also having the value 4. So it has taken in the second position. So since F was first, so it taken F, then second C, so the second place C has been placed. If you take A is coming in the 3 occurrence, so A has taken the next place. So similarly, if you see D has come in first transaction 1. See, D is here 1 time, but there is no D here, and here also no D, here also there is no D, and here also no D, because D has appeared only once, but our minimum support count is 3. So the D will not come into picture. So after A, we'll go for B. So B has happened here once, 2, 3. So B will come into picture. Like that, if you take a value of G has come here 1 time, only once. So G will not take place. So similarly, come to I here. I is in 1 place. So I will not come in the next. So like that, we have to see one by one letters from everything. It came from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, entire thing Q, R, S. So according to that, you have to find out all the alphabets and you have to find out how many times it has been repeated. So if that is the case means with this criteria of minimum support count, these are all the only variables which is matching, that is F, C, A, B, M and P. So that's what we have seen. So now our list will be, our FP list will be F, C, A, B, M and P. This is what the list has been given. If you see here, scan the DB once, find a frequent one item set, single item pattern. So single item, 4 how many times happen, C how many times happen, like that we have to count it and write down. Okay, sort the frequent item sets, the frequency descending order F list. Say for example, this is the items we have bought, it has been given in the transaction. Now it has to be ordered according to the value what we got. See here in this one, F is coming in the first place in our order. So we are writing F as a first. So similarly, A is not in this ordered list. So we are not writing A. The second one is C. C is coming in the second order. So I am writing C here. And similarly D. D is not in this order. So I am eliminating D. Again, G is not in this order. I am eliminating G. I is also not in this order. So I am eliminating I. The next one is M. M is in the order. So 3. So after A, I am getting M. So similarly, P is in the order. Yes, it is there. So the next portion it is taking. So here, this is the original items what we have bought. So in that one, we are ordering the items from higher level, which is following the minimum support count, because this minimum support count will be given in the initial part itself by the experts. So according to that, I am framing the order. Now come for the second transaction here. Now first one is A. Now see where A is there. So here we can see, first order the elements A, B, C. So here the highest element F is there. So I am writing F first. Similarly, C is the second largest element. So I am writing the C. So similarly, A, B, M. So L and O is not in the order because it is not matching the minimum support count. So I am eliminating those order. So similarly, coming for the third item set here. Again, F is in the order and B is in the order. So I'm I'm introducing here and I'm eliminating the other values. So similarly, C is in the order and B is in the order and P is in the order. So according to the higher value, we are arranging it. So similarly, like this way, I'm arranging all the items bought in the ordered frequent set. Okay. Now, how to find out the FP tree? That is combination of this tree we have to find out. So first one, what you have to do it, first you have to start the tree with the null set. So here, first transaction F. So I am writing F. Along with this F, it has to go for C. See, that's what they are telling. Here, F is taken 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am writing 4. So next to F, the F is combined with C. So here C is there. So along with F, C is at 1 time and 2 time and 3 time. F and C. So here you can see first one you should put F along with that C. So if you see F is combined with C and C is combined with A and A is combined with M and M is combined with P. Like that, one combinations we have to draw and make the value. Suppose if the same path is coming in once again, we will be having a one more combination. So similarly, if the second time again F is coming, it will become second time 2. And again C is coming, the second transaction C is followed by F, again this way. Again I am getting A. If from A, I have to go for the next branch B. From B, I am going for M. So similarly, this again, second time I am getting F. So it has to be followed by B. That's all. So it has to be linked over here. So there is no transaction. I am stopping here. So similarly, if you take from C, here C is the first candidate. It is not coming from any other. So it has to be come directly from the null set. If you see F is the first one, so it is coming directly from the null set. So here C is the first one, so it has to come directly from the null set. So C has occurred 1, C is followed by B and B is followed by P. So similarly, your last transaction F. So F is followed by C and A and M and P. This way how it will be traveled. So when you take the value of everything, it has to be matched with 3. See here M value is 2 and here m value is 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3, so I'm getting the value as 3. So if you take m is 3, but if you see here 2 plus 1 is 3, so m value will be 3. So if you take the b value, b has to come 3. So here 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So I'm getting the value as 3. So similarly, a if you take, a should have 3. So here directly a has got the count of 3. Then similarly, c should have the count of 4. So here is having the count of 3. And if you go to the next branch, it is taking the value as 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So we are taking the value as 1. So similarly, if f is 4, so already we are having the first count as f is equal to 4. So like that, it has to be taken as an iterative process and it has to come one by one. This is the way how your data will be combined together. I will repeat once again here. You see, this is the FP tree. So here, how many transactions are there? 5 transactions are there. T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. So the transaction ID has been given as 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. So what are all the items bought has been given in F, A, C, D, G, I, M, P in first transaction and A, B, C, F, L, M, O in the second transaction and B, F, H, J, O, W in the third transaction and B, C, K, S, P in the fourth transaction and A, F, C, E, L, P, M, N in the fifth transaction. So now what we have to do in the next step means we have to find all the individual items one by one and you should find how many times this particular item has been appeared in all the transactions and we have to compare with the minimum support count which has been given in a question. So the minimum support count has been given as a 3 for us. So we have to count all the each and every single alphabet, it will be appeared the value we have to write. If any of the alphabet is less than the minimum support count, you are not supposed to take that value, you should eliminate it. So only once we are scanning your value and we are writing it. So after finding the value and it has to be arranged from top to bottom in the order, in the descending order we should align it. Then after alignment you should go for the transactions and you have to find the items whatever bought according to the in that same row we should rearrange the alphabets and minimum support count values not matching list of the element has to be eliminated. So like that I should arrange all the items in the items what we bought, then it has to be converted and written into the format and then it has to be arranged in the tree structure. That's what we have seen, how to frame the tree structure over here. So while framing it, it can go with the different combinations, but the total order should be correct. So M should come only 3 times and your P should come under like 3 and F should come under 4, like that we have seen. You see, this is a null tree which just start from the null tree and it has to come along with the order. In the first, see, the first set is ordered is F, C, A, M, P. So if you scan, see F, C, A, M, P. So one order it has come. The next one is F, C, A, B, M. So F, C, A, B, M. So the next one is FB. See, F after F, it is only B. So 2 items it has to stop. So the next one is C, B, P. So C has to be, it's a first element. So starting from the null set. So C, B and P. That's the second one. The third one is F, C, A, M, P. So F, C, A, M, P. So each and every path, the value will be keep on increasing. So once we have reached all the transactions in the given database, then the count will be reaching to the exact value what we got in the first scan. So this tree count and the first scan is matching, then our analysis is correct. So we are coming to the correct path of transactions, frequent path combinations. Okay. Okay. Now further we'll see in the next session.